Hello everybody, and in this video I will be reviewing A Scene at the Sea, romance drama that came out in 1991 and was directed by Takeshi Kitano. In yet another workday, a deaf garbage man finds a broken surfboard which piques his interest, so he repairs it and then takes it for a ride the next day. And then from then on, he spends pretty much every single day learning how to surf. And eventually, with the support and help of his girlfriend and some other people, he becomes good enough surfer to even participate in competitions. And this is pretty much the entire film. This is a very quiet, meditative film where the most amount of sound you'll hear, it's the sound of waves. And it's also a complete departure from crime movies that Takeshi Kitano is famous for. This was his third film and is the only film in his filmography that doesn't have any violence in it. There are very few lines of dialogue spoken in this film, and it's because our lead character Shigeru is deaf. And because of that, he doesn't really engage with others all too much. The person he engages with the most is his girlfriend, who is also deaf. Speaking of his relationship with his girlfriend, it was an absolutely adorable relationship to watch. They don't really talk to each other, even with sign language, all too much. So the audience just sees them communicating through their eyes and looking at each other. And the movie does a great job of showing their relationship through that. You can easily understand how their relationship is just by looking at his girlfriend Takako, how she looks at him while he's surfing, how she sits there on the sand looking at him, admiring and just in love, basically. It's a very, very sweet way of showing this relationship. This is a very peaceful film where you can just, sit back and relax and enjoy this movie. It's basically about this guy learning how to surf. It's really not a crazy plot, but it doesn't mean that this is a shallow film. It does have a heart. We don't know all that much about Shigeru before he finds that broken surfboard, but you can imagine that his life was probably a mundane, daily, boring life. But after he finds this passion for surfing, his life takes color. He finds a place to belong to. He finds a passion where he can pour all of his heart and everything he has into this one thing. And he finds even people to hang out with sometimes, the surfing community. It's a great thing because that's what life is, when you find this one thing, this passion that you love, this one thing that you love doing and you just want to spend every minute of your life doing, it's kind of like finding a sort of a meaning in life. There are also some people in the film that mock Shigeru when he's just starting off. Obviously he fails a lot, but those people later on find out that they shouldn't have mocked because this is so much fun, that this surfing sport is so much fun to do. And in general, this film is kind of like a love letter to surfing. But actually, I did look up if Takeshi Kitano has ever surfed in his life, if it was something that he liked to do when he was younger. I couldn't find any information about that. I even watched his interview on this film. He didn't really say anything about surfing, so I don't know if he has ever surfed in his life. Maybe he did when he was a kid, I don't know. If you know something about this, let me know in the comments. But yeah, it does feel like a love letter to surfing. To accompany the film's tone, we have a great score composed by Joe Hisaishi. The score is really beautiful and definitely fits the movie perfectly. Oh, I completely forgot to mention, but Joe Hisaishi is not an unknown man. He has composed music for some of the best and most popular Ghibli films out there, such as Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke, Kiki's Delivery Service, My Neighbor Totoro, and Ponyo. So let's talk about the ending of the film without getting into spoilers, of course. I love the ending and the way it conveys its idea without abandoning the movie's calm tone and without making too much noise or being too dramatic. Throughout the entire movie, Takeshi Kitano manages to just go with that one tone, that calm, peaceful tone of the film. Even at the end, he manages to keep that, and I love that about the film. It's just this one meditative experience. Overall, A Scene at the Sea is a pleasant meditative experience that soothes your heart and with a heartwarming story of a young deaf man finding a love for surfing. I'm gonna give A Scene at the Sea 9 out of 10. So that is it for this video, guys. If you remember, about a month ago I made a video on how I fell in love with anime, where I talked about anime, but I also said there that I would love to review more foreign films in general in the future, and not just like Korean movies. So here I am doing one of these. This is the first one of these, and A Scene at the Sea was recommended to me by a friend of mine very recently. When he recommended it to me, I just googled it and I saw that it looks like something that I would love and I would enjoy, and I was right. I definitely enjoy this film. So guys, let me know in the comments below, have you seen A Scene at the Sea? If you have, what do you think about it? Also, just drop some foreign movie suggestions there, so I'll consider them and maybe review them in the future. So yeah, please do that. Also, in the bio of this video, I will have a link for my entire playlist of Korean movie reviews. If you like Korean movie reviews, check it out. And also, I will have links for my social media accounts, Twitter and Instagram there, so check them out as well. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, you can leave a like, and if you didn't, you can leave a dislike too, that's fine. And if you don't want to miss my other movie and TV show related videos, subscribe to this channel. Bye.